way you can learn more about how to care for kids who've been exposed to trauma. The Knowledge Center at Chaddock in Quincy is preparing for their second annual conference, and organizers say there are new additions you can expect this year. WGEM's Charity Bell has the details. Charity.
Mackenzie, they say this year they'll have a pre-conference training using brain science where attendees will be taught to engage with kids and intervention methods that affect 3 different levels of the brain. Executive Director Josh Carlson says they've received testimonials from last year's conference stating their self-care booths, networking with other educators, and keynote sessions were resourceful and were able to be incorporated into their classrooms. So he says they'll also offer those activities and add 2 more sessions, one of which he says will be called Life in Limbo, where you experience what it's like to be a child in the foster care system using real life scenarios.
Helping teachers and educators and principals understand what a child who's in the foster care system is going through is really important, because when we have an understanding and can put ourselves in their shoes, we bring a different level of empathy and compassion.
He says beyond that, you'll learn how to use these trauma-informed practice tools to build connections with students. Now, you don't have to be an educator or a counselor to attend this event. Carlson says anyone who's interested in supporting children, whether that's parents or youth pastors, will benefit from attending. Charity Bell, WGEM News.
Thank you, Charity. And the event is March 31st to April 1st. Ticket registration is open right now, and we have a way you can get involved and get more information on WGEM.com.